Hello, and thank you for tuning in here to Stage Left. We are the Oberlin Trio, and we're very much looking forward to presenting this concert of music by Franz Joseph Haydn, George Walker, and Robert Schumann. Some amazing pieces. And before we get started talking to you about the pieces, wanted to just introduce ourselves for those of you who may not know us. I'm David Bowlin on the violin faculty here at Oberlin, and here on my left is Haewon Song, my piano colleague.
Hey, hello. This is a very special moment for our trio because at this concert, we welcome our new cellist, Dmitry Kouzov. Dima is not only a fantastic player, but a wonderful colleague. We have lots of fun working with him. I'm sure you will enjoy him as much as we do. Dima?
Thank you so much, Haywon. It's such a special moment for me too. It's a great pleasure and honor for me to join you too. Thank you so much for having me.
It's terrific to have you, Dima, and welcome aboard. Welcome to the Conservatory and welcome to the trio. And now we'll talk a little bit about the pieces on the concert. So we're going to be playing two trios by Franz Joseph Haydn. So Franz Joseph Haydn was really a pioneer in what became the most prevalent classical chamber music configurations. So he's considered to be the father of the string quartet. He wrote over 80 string quartets and probably could as easily be considered the father of the piano trio. He wrote over 40 piano trios, although the piano trio as a form has some antecedents in Baroque music with the trio sonata. And one of the noteworthy things about Haydn in his chamber music is what he innovated, particularly later on in his career with string quartets, with the concept of democracy, which is that all four voices share equally in playing the melody and leading in the principal material. In his piano trios, which is an older form and comes from an older form, this is not as much in evidence, particularly in his early trios. There's a lot of doubling that happens. The cello doubles the piano left hand and the violin doubles the piano right hand. And generally, the piano reigns supreme in Haydn's piano trios. There's a huge amount of virtuosic writing, and the string parts shadow and color the piano part.
Thank you.
And as I mentioned, we're going to be playing two of them. The first one in D major is a later trio. There's a little bit less of the doubling and a little bit more democracy in that trio, although there is still doubling. And it was originally written for the flute. The second trio that we're going to play is in A major, and it's a much earlier trio from when he was in his 20s, and you'll hear more of the doubling in that piece. In between the two Haydn trios, we're going to be playing Music for Three, a trio by George Walker. George Walker, an American composer. He just passed away 2 years ago at the age of 96. He composed all the way up until the end of his life. He was a composer and a pianist. He was a winner of the Pulitzer Prize. He was given that award for his orchestral work, Lilacs. And he was the first Black American to be awarded that prize. And he is a graduate of the Oberlin Conservatory, which bears note. This trio is in one movement. It's a very compact statement, very dense, very much unlike the Haydn. And though very difficult, we've enjoyed working on it. It's extremely well put together piece, and like other pieces in classical music, bears several listenings. So we're hoping we could get parts of this concert up onto Backstage Pass, so that if you're interested in the piece, you might be able to hear it again after the concert. And then we'll follow that with music by Robert Schumann that Dima will introduce.
Yes, and in conclusion of our concert, we will play for you a wonderful first piano trio by a great romantic, Robert Schumann. This particular trio, number one in D minor, he wrote when I believe he was around 37 years old. And as he admitted, it was certainly gloomy times of his life, and it's reflected in the first and the third movement of this wonderful work. However, the second movement, the scherzo, and the glorious finale doesn't bear that mood at all. The scherzo is absolutely exuberant. It's a fantastic example how a composer can compose such a wonderful movement consisting primarily only of scales going up and down, both in the scherzo and the trio part. And the finale is just a wonderful, joyous, partly heroic, wonderful conclusion of this great work. I hope you enjoy it.
Great. And thanks again for watching, and hope you enjoy the concert.